kinds of wonky. Hi Dave, I didn't test my audio again. Can you let me know if I've got sound, please? I am not prepared. Hi Nathan. Well, hello there, my little friend. Hello Mark. Can someone just check that I've got audio, because you know what I'm like. Fully in your ears and firing on all channels. Wonderful. Wonderful. What do we want to talk about? K2SI. I didn't know. I missed that. How is everybody? You can hear me, Mark. That's cool. That's good. This week's episode is episode 69, which means Steve's going to be uncontrollable, because you know what he is like. Hello, Katie. Is this your first one, Katie? Yeah, Dave, yeah. You know what I'm going to be up against tonight? It's going to be like, you thought last week's was like herding cats. This one's going to be a nightmare. And we've got the birthday boy on tonight as well. It's Rob's birthday. I won't say how old he is. A lot younger than me. Yep, it's Katie's first go round on the live. Hello, Adam. Let's make... Hang on. What did I miss? Let's make blue monkey jokes. Lots of blue monkey jokes. Don't start the Avatar fight again. I can't do that. I don't have the energy for it. Oh, you've seen Rob's AMA, Katie? He's good at that. I think he's going to try and do one this evening, if that's any good to you. A birthday AMA, he's calling it. Birthday AMA. I need to try and keep this central if I do split screen. Hopefully that's kind of central. This camera thing on the iPhone is weird. Okay, what else is going on? What do we want to talk about? Let's not talk about t-shirts, because t-shirts are a nightmare. Dave's lots of cry faces. Connor's Corner. I'm very well, thank you, Katie. Very well indeed. Connor's Corner tonight is absolutely splendid. I think it might be better than any theory I've come up with so far. This week's Connor's Corner. Guy's knocked it out of the park. He's earning his keep. He can stick around. Katie, I've got your Twitter question. I'm going to try and squeeze it into the show notes as we go live. Actually, there's a whole string of questions from you, isn't there? A whole string of comments here. Awesome. Soundtracks. Jeremy. Ah, right. So Dave's haircut. Yeah, Jeremy, I've had all of them cut. Dave's Elegant Weapon t-shirt will be with him tomorrow. Splendid. I'm glad that's still in the store. I like that one. I like it a lot. Jeremy, I was... hello, Andy. Jeremy, I was editing your Rebel Endor Bunker video today. Lots and lots of editing done. You need to turn that camera on its side, my friend. Mandy. Is that what we're calling Andy these days? Meatball Andy. That t-shirt is just genius, isn't it? That Meatball Meetup t-shirt. What a brilliant idea that was. Did everyone see the Gonk t-shirt? Did everyone see... I don't even know if that's framed. Can you see that? The Nike Gonk, designed by Omer. Katie, if you want anything specific done and you want a Talk Star Wars t-shirt, let me know. Who's got terrible internet? Jeremy, you? It's not my end, is it? Yeah, the Gonk tee is great, and that was Omer on the group today. He suggested that design, so I was sitting in front of my computer, so I knocked it out pretty quickly. Quite a straightforward one, that one. Gonk. Genius. I'm going to close that because that's going to distract me. So is everyone up to speed with everything? It's Jeremy's internet, not mine. That's good because I've got fibre now, so mine should be. Hey, Robert Phillips is in the house. So Robert's comment came through before the alert that he was in the group came through. Always ahead of things, that man. Always on the cutting edge. So thank you for all the kind words, everybody, for the vlog yesterday, making the Kessel Run. Your support is welcome. Thank you very much indeed. You want a personalised tee, Mark? What would you like? I'll take orders. What would you like on your tee? You tell me now and I'll write it down. Thanks, Adam. Yeah, I've been enjoying them. There's not been a lot. It's been a quiet week. There's not been an awful lot of in the way of news. Who's going to the O2 Meatball meetup? So far, it's Jeremy, you and the family, myself, Andy, who people will remember from early episodes of the podcast. I think Paul's going to try and get there. Rob's going to go. Maybe Rob's fiance. And I think John Paul is the only other ones at the moment. Mark, do you want you just want the toy box logo? Is that not in there? Let's have a look. I'm pretty sure it's in there. Oh, Adam, you got your day off, so you're going to be there too. That's wonderful. Perhaps your lovely neighbour can come with you, and that'll be really nice, wouldn't it? Not Sean Paul, Jean Paul. Jean Paul Sinclair, who's organising it. My store. I was going to do one of the ideas, Nathan. I just seen your Lampy comment. One of the ideas was I love lamp, I know, and I was going to have a lamp on the side. Look, Mark, there is a TSW Toy Box t-shirt in there. Now I could do. That was a frightening close-up, wasn't it? I could do a Talk Star Wars Toy Box t-shirt with your name on it, if you like. No, not the reggae hip hop artist. No. It's yeah, Adam. Make the invite. It'll be lovely to actually meet her in person. Rob, it's a lot. It's Mr. Phillips. It's a long way for you to come down for the day, isn't it? It'll be lovely to see you there, but it was a long trip just for the day. I've moved this camera around now and I've ruined everything. So what's on the agenda for the podcast tonight? Right, well, we've got there's been a lot of activity subscriber wise, so there's lots of thank yous. There are 2 5-star reviews, and I'm happy to report I don't need to sing anything. Very lovely reviews. One, I believe I know who that might be from. Supreme Leader, Supreme Master. Listener comms. We got a question from Ben. Paul Corey makes a return. Dan Solo's in the hizzy. Adam, you're texting her now, that's cool. We've got a question from Kyle at Tumbling Sabre. The best Connor's Corner yet, I think. And a fair old bit of news, interesting news bits. Yeah, it's just a nicely rounded out show, I think, tonight. Nightmare, no idea what's going on tonight. Is it fun? Jeremy, you're not picking up on any of this stuff, old chap. That's awful. And that means the kids can't play. Have I missed anything? No, I think I've caught up. Katie's looking forward to the show. I think I might have a way to broadcast a podcast into Facebook Live. I think I've worked it out. I haven't set it up yet to trial it, but I think there might be a way of doing it. It might require my iPad instead of this iPhone though, because of the connections, but I think I can do it. We shall see. Is there anything anyone wants on the show? I've had a couple of ideas for things. I say I've had a couple of ideas. My idea was to steal it from the person that had the idea. Do you have a full cast lineup for tonight? I don't know, Jeremy, is the honest answer to that question. I just don't know. No one's online yet. No one's on yet. You should see some of the images in the live chat from the podcast feed. It's terrible. Okay, so Jeremy, to answer that question, I don't know. I'll get to my cracking ideas that I've stolen off of other people in a second. Mark wants design a nice tee with the TSW toy box and my name, please. Consider it done. Toy box and host names. And I dare say you'll want a meet-up t-shirt at some point as well, Mark. No distance is too far from Star Wars. Robert, you will be extremely welcome. It would be lovely to actually meet you in person. You're filming off an iPhone. It's crystal clear, Mark. Yeah, I use my iPhone for everything. I use my iPhone to record the Kessel Run. I use my iPhone to film everything. All the vlogs, everything I shoot, the top 5 standing by, everything is done on this iPhone. It's such a versatile piece of kit. Unless you want it to do something like download a podcast and then it doesn't know what it's doing. Bet Steve that he can't go the whole podcast with no euphemism. This is episode 69, Eddie. That's not going to happen. If he can't do it, I'll buy his ticket. I'm gonna extend that challenge to him, Andy. But the minute I mention him steering away from euphemisms, he will crack one straight away and lose. So yeah. I use my iPhone for shopping for mustache wax, yep, and I also use it to download tabs for my ukulele playing and ordering fedoras. As I commented on the vlog, it was really cool and interesting to watch because I did things like that at college. Yeah, I was interested to read that actually, Casey, that you did some audio engineering at college. Have you still got the work? Be interested to have a look. Everything I do on this stuff, no one's taught me anything. I'm self-taught, or I use it every week and I've been clattering around in it. If you go way back to the early episodes, you'll hear just how terrible I was at this stuff. I say no one's taught me. I've been asking people in the Commonwealth, like Cody, Commander Cody from Rogue Squadron podcast has been really instrumental in helping me pick up speed with this garage band business. But the little tricks I'm using, I've learnt myself, and it's really crack on. Yeah, sorry, I realised I tripped over a euphemism myself there. Yeah, the key to this, to doing this stuff, to doing everything on Talk Star Wars, the key is having workflows nailed down, and I've got everything queued up ready to go, so I could turn around a podcast really quickly. I could probably get this one edited and loaded up to the Blog Talk servers tonight if I needed to. I probably won't. I'll probably do it tomorrow night, but it's the key is having all of these things prepped and ready to go, like base shows ready to go. You saw the way I did the artwork for the Kessel Run. That's the same with everything I do. All the headers and everything are all prepped in advance. It's a lot of work for a lazy person, but it does make your life really, really easy once you've done it. Katie, you have the film clip. Blended sounds. Yeah, I think you should find a way to share it. Send it over. Publish it in the group. Everyone could get to see it. Okay, Andy's loading the first Talk Star Wars Games video. And yes, is that public now, Mark? Still Saunders is going to be appearing on the TSW toy box. I was standing like 3 feet away from Steele at the celebration, Star Wars celebration, but I didn't want to say hello because he unfollowed me on Twitter. Gid. What's this blog thing I'm missing? The vlog, Rob, do you mean? Adam sent an interesting text message. Can't wait to hear the answer. Yeah, the vlog. Have you seen any of the vlogs, Rob? I put one up on the YouTube channel yesterday, which followed me doing an episode of the Kessel Run from start to finish. Dave Donovan, no Still Saunders, a rash in Star Wars. A horrible, itchy, loudmouth rash you can't stand him. Maybe steer clear of that episode of Toy Box, Dave. And Adam thinks Still is a good guy. So we've got a broad spectrum of tastes. You haven't seen any of the vlogs, Rob? Well, head over to the YouTube channel, mate. And I wonder if I'd probably be able to put the link. There's the link to the YouTube channel. Head over and check it out. The thing I wish I could have done was use better recording software for the voiceovers. I was quite proud of the sound effects I created. Yeah, with recording software, I'm not sure. I don't know if it matters what recording software you've got as long as your mic is good. I've used the same software since starting this thing, and we used to record straight into. Is Paul on here? Hello, Paul. We used to record straight into the Mac using the internal mic. The very first episode of the podcast we ever did, where we all got very drunk and we were all really quite abusive towards some really lovely people. That was a disastrous podcast, but that was recorded straight into the Mac, and it was just dreadful, and no amount of software could save it. I'm using exactly the same software, exactly the same Mac to record the podcast now, but I've got a really nice mic. It makes all the difference. Why is Paul not showing up on my feed as being in the group? There he is. Paul is in the group. Hello, Mr. Jones. How are we doing? Paul is in the house. Paul, you coming to the O2? 27th of May. It was a rambling shambles, Andy. That's the one, yes. It was dreadful. I don't think I've ever put it out. I don't think it's ever gone out. Has it ever gone out to the group? Have you guys heard it? Have you heard the first ever episode of our podcast? Let me see if I can find it. I don't even know if we've still got it. Paul, you're up for it. Have you booked, Paul? Because they were going pretty quick. Music. Where is this going to be? Did anyone hear Rambling was MGFN? Yeah, Paul, I'm just wondering if everyone's heard, because they won't have heard any of the Movie Geeks Film News podcast, I would have thought, because they've all long since gone, haven't they? The TSW review of The Force Awakens is something special. It's a battleground. Was it? Oh yes, the review of it was, yeah. Find some film, game, TV clips and found sounds together. Lots of fun. Yeah, Foley works great. I did some of it a few weeks ago on Andy's unboxing video. You may have heard. I'm gonna have to look for that podcast episode later, I think. Otherwise, I'm gonna get distracted. and he's doing it now anyway. I have no self-control. Podcasts, Movie Geeks Filmcast, episode 23. What a random thing to still have hanging around. Oh, loads of early episodes of. I booked tickets yesterday, Paul, but I emailed out and I booked tickets because Andy was the only person that got back to me, so I only booked the 2 tickets. Zebcast is great because you don't lose any quality. You also don't get... Yeah, you mentioned that before. I'm going to write that down now. You don't get any artifacts from Skype. So everyone records their own end of the call, Nathan. You have to remember Steve's Zebcaster with no E. Steve uses an iPad to do his podcasting, so it kind of drags the quality down a little bit. That's all Talk Star Wars podcasts, Movie Geeks Filmcasts. That's a recent one. That's a shame. Doesn't look like I've got many old episodes of Movie Geeks Filmcast. 23 was a good one. Steve made some smutty jokes and just spoke about films. Episode 23 of the Movie Geeks podcast was that. Just her back, going to come off the feed mark. She wants me to give her a ring. Okay, mate. Well, I'm going to be on for another sort of 5 minutes or so let me know. 2:30, Paul. Yes, it's what I've been using for Luminous Beings. It's great. You'll be able to adjust Steve's levels independently of Rob and Paul's. Yeah, but Steve would need to record that end, right? Is that the way it works? I'll find it. What's Katie just posted in the group? New concept art for Han Solo. Ooh. Wow, that's amazing. If everyone's like looking at my stupid face, you're missing this. Look, that Katie's just put that into the group. That's the first image concept art of Han Solo in his own movie. Oh, I can't wait for that. That's going to be good. That is going to be good. Yeah, awesome. A ship that looks like one of the first concepts for the Millennium Falcon. That's great stuff. Oh, it's getting a bit dark in a minute. Let's pop some light on. Okay. Right, that's better. I'm being lit from the monitor. Okay. What else we got on here? Yeah, thanks for that, Casey. I'll have a good look at that later. Unfortunately, it probably won't make this week's podcast. And I will, if anyone's interested in that Movie Geeks Filmcast, I'll dig it out and post it somewhere. Yeah. It might be worth trialing. The problem is Steve is like a toddler, so asking him to do anything will be problematic, I would think. You underestimate just how much of a toddler Steve is. Rob Cast thinks it's all an act. It's not. Maybe I should do that later. What else we got? Lego UCS Falcon is being re-released this year. 500 quid, 6,000 pieces. Whoa. 500 quid. Is that the one that's sort of going for like £5,000 at the moment? I saw it somewhere on TV the other day. Mr. Smith. These pics are phenomenal. They are pretty amazing. He doesn't have to do anything. You'll just have to send him a link and he types in his name. That's already 2 steps too much for Stephen. Yeah, I thought it was. It's very, very expensive. 500 quid. Where would I put it? If I made it, where would I put it? I'd have to glue all the pieces together as I made it. Are you going to get it, Robert? Or do you already own it from last time? It's huge. What time we got? Oh, it's getting close. Tonight's gone really quick and I didn't give anything away. I haven't given away any freebies. We're getting it maybe 2. Yeah, it might be a good idea to get 2 and leave 1 in the box, and then when it goes up in value again, which it undoubtedly will, then buy a house with the proceeds. Yeah. Right, did anyone want to ask anything before I go and do the podcast? Anyone want anything done t-shirt wise or sticker wise? Or bearing in mind I do seem to have quite a lot of issues with this. Andy, I know I've got your address, and yeah, Rob, Mr. Phillips, can you send me your postal address and I'll send your CD that you won in the draw last week? And then when Eric and Tim, hopefully when Eric and Tim see the video, they can send me their addresses as well, and I can get the CDs out to them. If you just private message me your postal address. When's Paul releasing the score review? That's when. Just looking through the shirts, and you're going to get that Ahsoka shirt. That is pretty sweet, isn't it? That's not that's in our store, but it's not a design that we did. It's a really lovely one though, isn't it? Which is apparently, if you don't actually work for Talk Star Wars, you can do whatever the hell you want. Oh, and Nathan, the Luminous Being shirts that I've got in the store, they were up there before you launched your podcast. I'm not being cheeky. Yeah, the red Ahsoka Tano t-shirt is something else. There's 3 t-shirts in there by a friend of mine, DKC Illustrations. They're pretty stylised, they're quite nice. What do you design your shirts using? Just Photoshop. It's I only sort of do the bold graphic style. I could do sort of some illustrations. I was going to put out that doodle I did a BB-8 last week, but I thought that's just tempting too much fate with Disney. Yeah, just Photoshop, and then I export them. I'm not quite ready to compete in the merchandising market yet. Yeah. Well, Luminous Beings, good luck with that. If Disney find you. Yeah, just Photoshop, Rob, and then I just export everything as transparent PNG, and then they can put whatever t-shirt under it they want. Did want to ask why there were other people in the TSW shop. I avoided their work because it wasn't names I knew. Yeah, you can with TeePublic, when you put a store together, you could just start a store on TeePublic and not put any of your own designs in there. You could just pull everybody else's work together in your store and sell it, and you get a commission. The money you get when you sell your own design is considerably more, but you get a little commission whenever you sell somebody else's design, which is great. Which is the reason I went to TeePublic, was I could avoid all the copyright issues and just use other people's work. And of course support the other members of the Commonwealth, because we've got Rogue Squadron in there, Generation X-Wing and Tumbling Saber. But obviously I got bored and wanted to do my own stuff. Disney will find me in Liam Neeson's voice, yes indeed. Yeah, but if you buy anything from our store, we'll get a little kickback. But it's nice that these other artists get the benefit of getting their sales. Some of Kyle's stuff, well, all of Kyle's stuff is spectacular. From Tumbling Saber, his Ray-Ban design is really cool. Right, it's 8:01. I am going to have to go because I'm going to have other podcasters waiting for me now. So, thank you for joining me. I will do my best to get this edited and get this up over the week. Well, maybe I'll put it out on Monday with the podcast. That might make a bit more sense, mightn't it? Hopefully you enjoy the podcast that goes out on Monday. This one we're about to do. Thank you very much, Katie. Thanks for joining us. And we will hook up on Saturday. I'll probably do a little Facebook Live again before we do the call-in show. So if you're Adrian Mole, if you are around, that will be awesome. And if you're free to jump on a call, that will also be good. Yeah, Andy, I will catch up with you soon. I see you're going to be free on Saturday, so that should be fun. Right, nice one. Have a lovely evening, everybody, and I'll put out the Kessel Run in the morning, so I'll speak to you all then. Laters. On the next episode of Talk Star Wars, we discuss
whether the Han Solo movie will take us back to Tatooine.
We ask if Benicio del Toro might be playing Genghis Duquesne in The Last Jedi.
And did Chirrut know about the Death Star in Rogue One?
All that and more on the next episode of Talk Star Wars in iTunes on Monday. Let's talk about Loot Crate. Are you on a quest for epic gear, housewares and collectibles? Loot Crate offers an epic range of pop culture items for less than $20 per month. Whether you're shopping for the geek in your life or you are that geek, Loot Crate is the best surprise you know is coming. Every month there's a different theme and new and exclusive items that you can only get with Loot Crate. Treat yourself every month or give the gift of geeking out to a friend or a loved one. You have until the 19th at 9 PM Pacific to subscribe and receive that month's crate, and when the cut-off happens, that's it, it's over. Make sure to head to lootcrate.com/TalkStarWars and enter the code TalkStarWars and save $3 off your new subscription today.